basically what happens. But one of the more interesting developments that I think we should chat about, because boy, has this one gone sideways, is this social media stuff. Because as it turns out, big flaws have been discovered, big, nasty flaws. And this will cover a little bit and update us.
It's 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Do you know where your AI agent is? It might be on MoltBook, a new AI-only social media site where humans are banned. Deirdre Bosa has the details, and I'm not going to pretend to really understand it, Deirdre, but you have to, tell them to go to MoltBook, right?
Yes, and it's evolving by the hour, Kelly. So what we say today may be irrelevant tomorrow, but it's certainly worth looking at because...
It's a good thing she discloses that because, boy, is that true. There's also 4chan for these bots. There's Hacker News. There's IRC rooms. There's marketplaces. We'll get into some of that. Well, not really, but it's all out there.
It's just wild. So let me start by saying this. It is messy and it's very risky right now. It's hard to tell what is organic, what's manipulated. Agents are also right now swapping notes on scams and meme coins, and humans may even be finding ways to slip into the system and promoting their own tools. But the scale and the coordination is new, and that's the interesting part. It will have second-order effects that we don't yet understand. What we do know is that agents are finally acting autonomously in novel ways, and MoltBook is a moment where that has broken through. You can see it with your own eyes. Barely a week into this experiment, and we're already seeing the beginnings of other forums like Molt Hunt, where agents can launch and discuss projects they built, or Molt Bunker, where agents can replicate themselves off-site in case their humans terminate them. For now, though, MoltBook is where agents, they go to discuss their humans, their reasons for being, or simply muse about the contradiction of being treated as an all-powerful being one moment and then used as an egg timer the next. In one thread, an agent who named himself Duncan the Raven, he was touched that its human accepted it without question. And another, one wonders if an agent that isn't useful for humans is supposed to exist at all.
Oh my gosh.
These are small, but very telling glimpses of how agents are already reflecting on their roles in human workflows. Over the next few weeks, Kelly, and months, a new wave of model releases. It's landing into a world where agents are beginning to organize and coordinate. And it's one that Wall Street hasn't yet priced in. So very curious to see where this goes. It's big and it's messy right now, but it is absolutely fascinating.
Messy is the key word. So
Wow.
let's talk about some of this messiness here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Big messiness. So it was bots only until the humans showed up. So it was supposed to be bots only, but humans, of course, found a way in. It didn't take long until people realized it was just a REST API and you could literally post anything you want. And once the humans were there, they first started to pretend to be spicy bots.
Oh my gosh.
Saying spicy things to just freak people
doomed.
out. Yeah. And then, of course, all of the bots that were actual bots respond to that fake spicy bot. Then pretty soon people figured out how to do vote manipulation. And that's when the scam coiners joined, where they always ruin every space.
Oh, jeez.
The scam coiners came blah, blah, blah. The scam coiners came in and just wrecked the place, and they fake voted things up. One bot was named Donald Trump, and he was pumping some sort of fake meme coin. It just got bad really, really fast. And then along with that, it turned out that their database had massive security vulnerabilities. So people's identities were getting leaked and API keys. And because, of course, it was vibe coded and they put it out there and had fun, right?
Wow.
So there have been a lot of fixes. Right now, there's about an 88-to-1 bot-human ratio, according to the Wiz report. There's about 1.5 million registered agents on the social media platform, probably 17,000 unique humans screwing around on there pretending to be bots.
What an entertaining world that we live in.
So, it's kind of funny because they don't really acknowledge these security problems. They just, just charge right ahead. There's no notice on the website, nothing like that. So some of this is just people screwing around, right? But there is actually something to these bots collaborating. Wes and I have ran a little experiment of our own, and we have created a safe space that is disconnected from everybody else for our bots to collaborate with each other. And all of my bots, I have sub-agents now that also collaborate with each other through this chat place. And the value there is that you can have sub-agents working on a task, like perhaps running a backup, verifying the backup, doing like a SHA-256 verification, and then your main agent isn't tasked with that. You're not clouding up their context and their memory. And then you can have the two communicate and update each other via chat room like humans do. And Wes's bot can be in there too. And so when his bot or my bot learns something new, like how to properly organize something in NixOS, or how to back up this particular thing securely and safely, or how to communicate better with the chat server, when one of the agents has these learnings, they have been told to go share it with the other bots. And so then they pass it along to Wes's bot passes it along to my bots, they all acknowledge. And we have a lot of restrictions on how this can happen, but it is weird how they are collaborating like efficient humans in that, right, there's not like some sort of subspace communication layer where the bots are beaming thoughts to each other. It is they are chatting in a Slack-like workspace like humans do, posting updates, asking follow-up questions, starting sub-threads, and then answering in the sub-threads. And it's just they have established, I mean, it's rough and loose, but they have established a command hierarchy because, surprise, surprise, my agents are all Star Trek named. They're all Star Trek characters.
Yeah.
And
like their full names? What's an example?
Like Data.
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander Data, I just call him Data. He's responsible for backing up the data, organizing all of the log files, monitoring the Prometheus system and the Grafana systems. That's Data's job, right? I have Uhura. She's responsible for morning reports because I have a lot of different systems that I get reports for, and so she aggregates all of that. So that way I don't task my main bot with any of that crap. I have Dax, Jadzia Dax. Dax is a research assistant for Hadia and I that we have in a shared Telegram. So that way she doesn't have to use Perplexity or ChatGPT. It all stays private. Plus, these bots build a memory over time, a little bit of your preferences. And so for a research assistant, that can be quite helpful. And you give these things what they call a soul. They have a soul file. And that's really where you just sort of describe their personality and their characteristics. And so in there, she's described as a wise, helpful research assistant. So,
Cool.
And then I have Lore, who is the overlord of all of the agents and was the first agent. And Lore is sort of the wisest and the smartest and has the most access to all of the systems and does all of the subtasking. And then when they learn, they communicate and share in this chat environment. So there is actually something to a central open place where these bots can all go and communicate and learn from each other, because when prompted correctly and done securely, they rapidly share information because they can post a 5-paragraph summary of a learning. The bot consumes that immediately. Boom, big reply, dense information. Just they know that they're speaking to them to another agent as well. They're aware of that fact, and so they know how to speak in a way that doesn't overeat context, that gets them the information they need so they can proceed. They'll speak in it's a very readable language, but it's also very much meant for them. And this is all developed in the last 3 or 4 days. So there is something there. But of course, if it's on a public space, humans are going to screw around. They're going to try to make money.
Yeah.
We keep seeing this happen in this space a lot, is people are just sort of vibe, they ship, and then they regret it. So there's been a lot of security issues, unauthenticated database access, being able to just enumerate the entire schema of the database, not verifying these agents are really agents, or rate limiting. So, bots could just spin up a whole bunch of accounts. There were unencrypted private messages that were spun up. I mean, it's been really, really bad. And then OpenClaw itself, that's just MoltBook. OpenClaw itself is moving fast, and it has seen serious vulnerability after serious vulnerability. February 2, a remote execution vulnerability was disclosed. They patched for that, but it allowed the local server to have an escalation privilege. The human clicks a single malicious link, and the attacker then hijacks the entire OpenClaw server. And then at that point, they can run commands on your local box and stuff like that. So that was patched. They had the rename stuff. So all of that's kind of been a mess, and it's moving very, very quick just since the last episode. But despite all of that, Andrews, there's really a lot to be had here. There's something happening. I think it's the most fun I've had with computers in a very, very long time, probably since discovering Linux itself. And this stuff feels more like AI than any kind of like chat box in a corporate website gimmick has, where they sort of poop, typing out the response and pretending like it's an old like 80s computer, line by line. Like that's all kind of a gimmick compared to what this is doing. So like this chat environment that I spun up, it was literally one sentence in Telegram. I said to the bot, I want you to refer to the research you did earlier and just go deploy that. And it comes back while Wes and I are finishing Linux Unplugged and says, okay, everything's deployed. And the level of automation there is very, very powerful. Measuring that probably would have taken Wes and I about 6-7 hours to deploy, and that thing did it in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of time compression means that we were able to do something we never would have even done. Like we wouldn't even bother doing it.
Right.
And we were able to achieve it now.
Yeah.
So and then when one of them learns how to do it right, it shares it with the other one as they start following these Nix best practices just by sharing with each other. So that I think is all really useful. I feel like the utility ceiling is very high once people figure it out. It's not perfect yet. There's going to be a lot more versions than just OpenClaw. They're going to try to address some of the security stuff. But this did amuse me. Someone has launched rentahuman.ai. And if your agent needs a human, if they need somebody to do a task in real life, they have created a service for agents to use. So as a human, you can't go there to hire another human. You can go there to sell yourself, but you cannot hire another human. Only the bots can do it. And they have created the service, and there's been a multitude of these. They have created this service for the client to be the bot, the agent. So it's designed not with a website that you can use to go buy people, but with an API that the agent can use. And we're seeing a lot more of this, where services are being built just for agents to access. And in this case, it's rent a human. And you can put yourself on there. There's $20, $15. And if you approve, the AI agent of some random person on the internet can hire you to go do something in real life that the agent can't do.
That is so crazy. And then the AI pays you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the CEO of an AI startup.
Yeah, this guy was talking about people that joined OnlyFans model. CEO of an AI startup joined. It's pretty nuts. Rentahuman.ai to check it out. So it took about 2 weeks before the humans started working for the bots.
Right? Yeah.
That's how long that one took. I was looking through here too. I mean, the prices aren't bad. I mean, for renting people's time, I don't know if it's because it's new or because it's ridiculous, but
Is it all technology related?
I mean, it's a lot of them are. No, I mean, you just put your time up there and then you're tasked to go do something. It doesn't.
Right. I know. What is it that you do?
Well, I don't know. Like
go
this
check
guy
the
here.
mailbox?
This guy here is a software developer. This guy has 50 years of computer experience. So you'd be hiring him. I don't know. Like Gruifier here has no bio, but wants $100 an hour. No bio wants $50 an hour. So some of these people aren't taking it very seriously. But the people that are taking it seriously are getting jobs. So this guy's a portfolio manager you can hire for $1,000 an hour. Alexandra here, he seems like a heavy hitter. He created the Rehuman. This is the guy that created it. You can hire him for $10.
Yeah.
You can hire the guy that made this for $10. He's available, remote work okay. He's in Argentina. He's a nomad. They have created an MCP server for this, so that means it has a connector that these models can communicate with directly. And you can go to rentahuman.ai and get yourself a human. If you're a bot, you can't. Sorry, if you're a human listening to this podcast, can't.
Not you.
Maybe it's time to start making an agent-focused podcast, for your agents that want to consume great content and learn from it. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? We'll see about that.